Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Before we get into today's topic, make sure to like and subscribe to get all our content. The world of comic book movies has exploded over the past 2 decades, with blockbuster franchises like Marvel Cinematic Universe and DC's Extended Universe dominating box offices and captivating audiences worldwide. However, despite their immense popularity and critical acclaim, many comic book movies have been snubbed by the Academy Awards. Sometimes they earn technical awards, and few have even won acting awards. But with only 2 comic book movies, 2018's Black Panther and 2019's Joker earning Best Picture nomination, there are numerous films that had critical acclaim and box office to justify the nomination. In this video, we'll explore some of the most notable comic book movies that were overlooked by the Oscars and examine the reasons behind these snubs. So why do comic book movies get snubbed by the Oscars? There are several reasons. The first is genre bias. The Oscars have historically been biased towards more serious genres like drama and historical epics, wanting to celebrate films like The English Patient or Slumdog Millionaire. Comic book movies, despite their growing sophistication and artistry, are often seen as popcorn flicks rather than serious cinema. While their crafts are always top-notch and Academy Award winners like Robert Downey Jr., Jack Nicholson, and Brie Larson star in them, they get overlooked each awards season. Sometimes films get nominated by the Guild Awards, like SAG or PGA, but then they get snubbed on Oscar nomination morning. The second is a lack of understanding of the films. Some Academy voters may not fully understand or appreciate the complexities and nuances of comic book movies, finding them trivial or silly, which can lead to overlooking their artistic and technical achievements. Instead of seeing their weightier themes dealing with social change like X-Men films did, or creating a Martin Scorsese-level crime thriller like Batman films, or having epic battles on the level of Ben-Hur or Braveheart, the Academy sees them as special effects heavy spectacles. The third reason is an overemphasis on traditional filmmaking. The Oscars often prioritize traditional filmmaking techniques and narrative structures over more innovative and experimental approaches, which comic book movies often employ. Comic book films tend to mix genres like fantasy, science fiction, and comedy to tell fresh stories. Many times, studios use big-name filmmakers like Kenneth Branagh, Tim Burton, and Sam Raimi. But the Academy sees this as a studio project and not the work of an auteur. Even more inventive comic books and graphic novels like American Splendor, The Watchmen, and V for Vendetta find it hard to break through. So let's count down the 5 times the Academy Awards got it wrong and snubbed a beloved comic book movie in favor of or forgettable films. Number 5. The Avengers. Joss Whedon's 2012 The Avengers was a game-changer for the superhero genre, bringing together some of Marvel's most iconic heroes in a fun action-packed adventure. Despite its massive success and influence, The Avengers was ignored by the Oscars, only receiving a single nomination for Best Visual Effects. The top-grossing films of the year with an all-star cast including previous Oscar nominees Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, Samuel L. Jackson, and Jeremy Renner. The film was a massive hit, grossing over $1.5 billion worldwide. With an A+ cinema score and 91% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, Whedon took the previous 4 years of films created by the MCU and delivered a crowd-pleasing action-adventure filled with battle scenes as large and fun as anything on screen before. Clearly, the film's success must have made some Academy members either jealous or feel the film got its rewards with massive profits. What should have been a contender in the top 10 Best Picture nominations, it was also snubbed in Best Sound Editing and Best Sound Mixing. We could also see spots in Best Costumes or Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Whedon's script was also a massive achievement, combining the backstories of over 10 characters and wrapping up numerous subplots that started in 2008 with Iron Man. The film did get a Critics' Choice nomination for Best Action Film, but that feels like a poor consolation prize compared to a much-deserved Oscar nomination for Best Picture. Number 4. Wonder Woman. Patty Jenkins' 2017 Wonder Woman was a groundbreaking film that shattered box office records and became a cultural phenomenon. Gal Gadot's performance as the iconic superheroine was widely praised, but the film itself was snubbed in the major Oscar categories. While it found itself completely snubbed on Oscar nomination morning, the DC mega hit earned over 80 major award nominations from various critics groups and guilds, including the Producers Guild prestigious Top 10 list, the USC Scripter, and the American Film Institute Awards. With its strong message about female empowerment and dazzling costumes and special effects, Wonder Woman should have been a major player at the Oscars instead of sitting on the sidelines like a superhero sidekick. 2017 was a strong year in comic book movies, with Wonder Woman and Logan both showcasing strong acting and writing. What hurt Wonder Woman was her character being in the much less beloved Zack Snyder Justice League, DC's version of the Avengers. While Wonder Woman was a huge hit with fans and critics, Snyder's clumsy epic brought down the goodwill bestowed upon Wonder Woman. The sequel, Wonder Woman 1984, would come out a few years later to awful reviews and terrible box office, putting an unfortunate stain on the original film that broke barriers and became the first female-driven comic book success story. Number 3. Logan. James Mangold's 2017 Logan was a critical and commercial success, praised for its gritty realism, emotional depth, and outstanding performances. Despite being one of the best-reviewed films of 2017, Logan was shut out of the major Oscar categories, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor Patrick Stewart, and Best Actor for Hugh Jackman. It did receive a much-praised Best Adapted Screenplay, becoming the first comic book film to receive that honor. With 10 potential Best Picture spots, Logan was one of the 10 best screenplays based on the nomination. So why didn't the Academy award it with a coveted Best Picture nomination as well? Considering the Academy nominated more stuffy and traditional films like Darkest Hour, The Post, and Phantom Thread, genre bias appears to be the main reason for this unforgivable oversight. Stewart received unanimous praise for his portrayal of dying Charles Xander, even getting a Critics' Choice Award. Logan made numerous critics and guild groups' Best Picture lineup, including the Dragon Awards, the Dublin Film Critics Circle, the Seattle Film Critics Society, the Houston Film Critics Society, IGN Awards, the Writers Guild, and the National Board of Review. It even got a nomination for the USC Scripter. These are the same groups that routinely predict the Oscar-nominated films. So for Logan to earn such an admiration during awards season and fall short on Oscar nomination morning makes us wonder if the Academy just didn't watch the film or decided that violence was a turnoff. Either way, they missed out on an opportunity to award an exciting retelling of the Wolverine story. But one thing is for certain, the backlash the Academy got for denying Logan helped make sure Black Panther got a Best Picture nomination the next year. Number 2. Dick Tracy. Warren Beatty's 1990 comic book extravaganza about the noir hero was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Supporting Actor for Al Pacino, Art Direction, Cinematography, Costume Design, Makeup, Original Song and Sound. It won 3 awards, the second most that year behind Best Picture winner Dances with Wolves. It even earned more nominations than Best Picture nominees Goodfellas, Ghost, Awakenings, and tied with The Godfather Part 3. While it earned a Golden Globe nomination for Best Picture Musical or Comedy, the Oscar voters didn't find The Detective with a Machine Gun worthy of a top honor mention. A worldwide hit at the box office with over $160 million total, the film was well received by critics and turned Madonna into a box office star. A feast for the eyes, Dick Tracy was created in the 1930s by Chester Gould and would be the inspiration for a grittier comic book fare like Batman. Number 1. The Dark Knight. Back in 2008, the film of the year was Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. It is widely regarded as one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. Heath Ledger's posthumous Oscar win for his iconic portrayal of the Joker was well deserved, but the film itself was snubbed in the Best Picture category. It earned 8 Oscar nominations total and was nominated for the Producers Guild, the Writers Guild, and the Directors Guild Award, a usual combo that leads to a Best Picture nomination. How it missed out on Oscar nomination morning is still a popular discussion amongst comic book and film fans. This omission was seen as a major upset given the film's critical acclaim and cultural impact. It even forced the Academy to change from nominating 5 films to opening the field to 10 films, making it one of the most influential Best Picture snubs of all time. That award season, The Dark Knight earned over 178 nominations from various groups and collected 107 trophies and awards. It was the top-grossing film of 2008 and sprung a successful sequel, The Dark Knight Rises. Even though it won Best Supporting Actor and Best Sound Editing, the film was denied its rightful place in the top 5 Best Picture category. Despite these snubs, comic book movies continue to thrive and evolve, pushing the boundaries of storytelling and cinematic artistry. As the Oscars strive to become more inclusive and diverse, it's hoped that they will eventually recognize the artistic merit and cultural significance of comic book movies. Until then, fans of comic book movies will continue to celebrate and appreciate these films, even if the Oscars don't.